Stop judging me.
No judgment whatsoever, man. I miss the mics, yes? Actually, I feel like
I know.
I feel like there's something missing without the mics.
I miss this pillow though.
Yeah, you're in the pillow, bro.
Yes.
Have you watched Big Mouth from the last time I said watch Big Mouth?
I still haven't watched Big Mouth.
Still don't get it. He
I
doesn't get
watched
it. He
it,
needs
why?
to forget about it. Exactly. So
Do you get it?
now we know what we need to put in.
Forget about it.
Shout out.
Oh,
welcome back. Sorry
welcome
for
back.
the wait. I know good to keep you guys waiting.
Yes, we do.
It's been a minute, man. It's been a young minute. Life has been happening. Life had us by the bollocks, man. It really was like, I want to have your balls.
I think I have the perfect idea of what like we should call like our fans and subscribers and stuff like that.
Are
we
we
should
there?
call them doctors because they clearly have a lot of patience.
Are you happy about that one?
Very.
Oh yeah, man. As long as you're happy about it, I'm glad.
Very.
I'm really good. But anyways, man, shout outs to you and the patients.
Yeah.
No, that's not gonna stick.
No, they doctors. Man,
Oh, the
they have
doctors,
patience
yeah,
for our
but
episodes.
nope.
Come on, G.
Nah, man.
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah, so welcome back to
Welcome back.
Two P's in a Pod, and the P is for perspective.
Shout out.
Giving out new and fresh perspective.
Yes.
What have you amassed from the time that we last shot, you know? What's new?
I'm better at this shooting thing now.
Yeah,
like
we
way better.
are better.
Nah, you're born in quality, but first,
Yep.
there's a second angle too.
Come out.
Lalela.
I think we needed that one. Just
Aye.
But man, we here, it's the season.
To be jolly.
It's that season, the silly season they call it sometimes. Yeah, I think foremost, before we even go, I think people need to watch out, man. Devase my G's. A lot of scammers are scamming harder than before. My scammers want to bonus now, but you know.
No, they normally get it, because
And they do. They do. Funny enough, I think my mom, they tried to hit her with that phishing scam, where they try to do a SIM swap on your phone. And then,
clone your phone, basically.
No. Basically, they SIM swap your phone. So if you have mobile banking on your phone, then they ask you like, yo, now give us. So how they do it is they say somebody's trying to get into your phone. So just give us any 4 random numbers that you know before these people, you know, and then afterwards close your phone. So when you're scary and you're panicking, and then you close the phone, give them the numbers. Obviously, you're gonna give the most nearest number, which is your PIN, you know. So they use that, and then they charge your money. Next thing, by the time you open up your phone,
Jump in.
the guap is no more.
Damn.
So man,
Like
yeah.
December for you then.
That's what December entails for a lot of people, man. Also, we're about to come to a season where kwakushaya istokfela, come June, umuntu ayidla imali, December time, imali ayisekho. People want the money. The money is no more.
It's crazy.
It is crazy, but
also, I love the fact that we live in a country where, as shitty as our country is, and that's the chat for another day, but like, as a whole, we just collectively choose to celebrate December. For what reason? I don't
nobody
know.
knows.
But like, we
Don't
just
even have the
celebrate.
snow. I feel like it just makes sense. The snow to fit the aesthetic, the season.
December, just
You know, bro.
Yashisa
AF.
is
You
busy.
know? Oh, speaking of that, I think ngoba kushisa, so based on the topic that we're talking about, it's the season where you start wearing less and going out more, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Because the topic for today is groove
etiquette. So
groove
that's
etiquette,
where you
yes.
start wearing less and going out more. So how do you navigate groove? How do you navigate maybe not having money through the season? What do you do?
Like, what do you do? Like the people that you hang around with,
What
too,
happens?
like your groove people,
Yeah.
etc.
Do they have your bag? Or when at Groove, what do we do at Groove? The things we really need to take notes and account of as Amachita, as females as well, women. So I think that's what we're about to get into for this episode, man, and just look into that. So let's see, how do you handle yourself?
Plus, what type of drunk person do you think you are, Jay? Like at Groove, like
Me?
where's that perfect state where you're really not tipsy, but you're not drunk either. You just
It's the
there.
crescendo
You're just there.
You're at the peak
Like,
of the groove.
and plus, you've hit like the toilet maybe like 3-4 times.
Yeah.
Like maybe
And
3-4 times.
and during that, you've bumped into so many people. Maybe you've even made a connection.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like,
Now you check for the connection at a table.
Exactly.
Now you're just eyeing each other and you're like, I am definitely
The perfect state.
taking you home tonight.
Ooh.
I don't do that.
Ooh, okay. I nearly said talking from experience, but considering that you don't do that.
Yeah, what experience is that? It's vicarious.
Exactly.
I know about it vicariously from you guys.
What?
From the pullers.
What for me, Magic Lantern?
No, it's like you guys in the. was keeper moment, but let's get into it, man. But what do you think is your one? Okay, your first rule, like the biggest rule that you'd say when it comes to groove this season, like what do you think is gonna be the best rule for you to keep, or to advise to someone,
rule, or advice to someone,
or yourself? I mean, you know.
Damn. You hit me with such a hard question.
Is it that intricate?
In a way, for me,
yeah,
I say, because there's a lot of there's a lot of things I watch out for, like for most of the time. Like for me, like my number one thing is how am I getting home, or if I were to get drunk.
Showcase, which is very important as well.
Also very important,
the people around you, man. Like, you have to feel because it's space. You have to feel safe in the space you're in.
Exactly, because it does happen sometimes where we lose dog and shit. Like that was not the plan.
Yeah?
That was not the plan.
Yeah.
But we feel a bit gone.
KO.
And man, if you're around people that don't, and fortunately enough, when I've had those moments, like the people around me. They've been able to, take care of a homie, even though it's like not necessarily nice on their parts.
I think it's part of the experience, man, where you have to take care of your boy. It's not even like a thing. Look at him. We might take a video too, but not post it for socials. I think that's one of the techiest things to ever be done, where I'm clearly in a state and you as a friend decide to go to uzongishuta
content
ngami, my bro, like that's really tacky, bro. Yeah, no, that's really low. But what I was thinking about actually is the thing of what happens ungena imali first, mongena imali to go out.
Okay, before we get there, what's your
I don't even have, this question came up. I hadn't even thought about it as well, so I don't even.
You see the shoes you put me
the tip in.
There, like.
So for me, dog, I'd say, yikes, man.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce, yeah. We should have brought like a sample so that people to see. Bro, just have a good time and see the night. I think that's just see the night through. Don't get too much. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Don't even speaking in Nawimali. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it with the consumption. Don't overindulge. Don't overindulge. Have a good time, but don't over. Just keep it here, man. Have a good time. Enjoy be present, because sometimes when you're overly drunk, you're not even present anymore. You don't even know what you're doing. Hence, you'd even get into situations where you fuck up. You do isn't. I mean,
that happens.
When you're drunk, you told umuntu no protection, and those things happen, bro. And vicariously, once again,
next thing you have a groove baby.
Now you have a groove baby.
Groove baby.
And so I think it's just for me, it's just don't overindulge. Don't overindulge. Just enjoy. Be present.
That's a good one. I got guys, the one that you were trying to bring up before we got back to your.
I think that's key as well, man. Ungenamali, bro. I think when it comes to that, if ever you were to be a tool in the shed, rather for December, rather be a hoe than Isacha. If you're
okay, you're gonna have to elaborate on that, please.
If you're to be a tool in the shade, rather be a hoe than Isacha, bro. I feel like that's a better tool to be than. I mean, the season calls for it. It's a silly season, so we should have fun. Rather be a whole than Isaha, you know?
Sure. Okay.
I think.
Do you wanna further unpack that? No,
there's nothing to unpack. It's just I'm just using a metaphor. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
I feel like
man.
we're gonna keep on going back there.
To the video.
I feel like
we're
gonna keep on
video
going. Yeah,
on the internet.
That has.
Yeah,
So yeah, I understand what you're
so
saying.
based on that, obviously I will elaborate. Nothing sucks than having to carry umuntu who doesn't show up at any given point. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about who would say, bro, you know there are times where I'm low on cash or you're low on cash, and I know you'd be like, nah, let's pull through. I got this, you know, because you know it's gonna be reciprocal.
Yeah.
But there are people out there who just believe in throughout. I'll just don't be the guy, man. I feel for me, just rather not be that person. If you don't have the crowd, man, find other ways to have fun. There are other things that one can do to enjoy.
That's a...
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think that's one of the biggest peeves I have for someone who doesn't show up as well.
Because as much as you don't necessarily mind, sometimes it comes to a point where you're just like, Ish.
Exactly. But also on the dynamic, your pattern, there's also another thing. There's another topic on that. So I'm just gonna create like a scenario, right? So you invite me out, come through. You're like, yo, dog, let's go out. I tell you that, nah, actually, boy, I'm low on cash. Then you're like, nah, it's cool. I got you. Still on the topic, nah. So we get to a spot, so we're just gonna go to our favorite spot, the one we always go to, right?
Yeah, that one.
So we get there, we know drinks are affordable, so you know what I know, it's within budget, it's fine, let's have a good time, you don't mind. It's chilile, and then maybe another friend comes through.
Whose friend?
Your friend, or a guy we know, both, doesn't matter. He's like, yo, actually guys, I have access to another club or another place.
Okay.
Let's go there. Now, my question is this. I feel like we need to focus on this. Like, when the chat was this, you were taking me out to go to that specific place.
Okay.
I feel like from there needs to be another chat. So are you still gonna be able to now take me from this one place to the next place? Because remember, I told you, it was a sugar from the crib because I don't have money.
Okay.
So now us moving from this one place to the next place, that means it's gonna be another. Maybe say it's a more expensive place. Are you still
with a club, man?
Yeah, we're going to a club.
Maybe
now, are you still
club,
within that reach of photo? So what I think the conversation needs to happen there. We'll see.
Okay, I personally have never necessarily been in that situation before, but I understand your grievance with it.
It's not necessarily a grievance, but it's something that happens in the season as well, you know.
So I feel like as the person that initiated, would say, as Pumin, you must be hip and stuff like that. If you're born goes and getting wise, I can be like, yo, listen.
Boy. The conversation.
I'm like, yo, listen. I'm like, yo, listen. Eesh.
Yeah, now it's I think I was raising this up based on that. These are conversations that need to be had to avoid. Okay, access to the so clearly now it's twiddling our thumbs because you know, I think those conversations need to happen when you go out, man, to avoid the situations where it's clearly okay, now let's split the bill 4 ways. Now I'm going to my bro, situation is like this.
But when food bangers, if it was before.
Yeah. And we all, because now I have the responsibility at the same time as Umuto busy, we'll say, yo, listen, at the same time, let me raise this point. Do you remember? We'll say,
one thing,
just go.
No, or before that, yo. You still good?
We're still good. It's very important. Then we're still good. It's very silent. You're my boy. We're still okay.
And then
it's up to you to then
at that point,
actually, I got you, my boy. Oh no, listen, this is gonna be a bit too much. Do you have any other cash that you can get? That's when no, listen. I really want to go out to that place. But I think it's those conversations that need to be had. I think it's part of the etiquette, you know, of let's talk about things because communication, I think, eyenza abantu behleli namabhili manje.
Should have really got like, I feel like for this chat that we're having, a perspective of umuntu wesimame would have been really
when it comes to that
like
part of
when it comes
the
to
chat.
parts
Because I think that's also such a critical and important one, man, for women.
The thing that happened recently
car.
with the Mercedes.
Which could have been
Like,
avoided,
Exactly.
in so many ways. And I believe we can't really delve deep into that one because it will come from a different perspective as opposed to it coming from what goes on in Pela from a woman's perspective when you go out knowing very well
it's pairs.
And then but you choose to actually just go out. But I feel in terms of etiquette, in terms of that, on my point, in my own point of view, I believe it was at least Uber or
just in case shit goes south.
bro. Be able to get yourself home. I think that's important, man.
I think number one rule, most people should have with just going out in general, just in like by any means necessary, have another plan.
As a person, not even like you're male, you're female, as a person.
Exactly, just have another plan of getting home besides that standard one that everybody's,
Yeah, true, bro. Because now it's really sad and really saddening to see when people, as you'd be leaving as a ma'arati, sutlangana with women out of the club, like telling you, yo guys, can you guys drop us off? And you're like, but how did you get here? But obviously you're not gonna ask the question.
Yeah, because it's like,
okay, I have space, so I'll drop you off or whatever, But like, how did you end?
What was the plan? Go out if no so take advantage.
That's important, man. And I feel that's another thing we need to really get into. You know what? Based on what you just said, I think it's like this. As a machita, this thing is simple, ne? The entitlement, we bought drinks, needs to die.
Yeah, it needs to die.
Just because we bought drinks, I think what happens when we buy drinks is this. We're setting up the playground. We're setting up the playing field. It's okay, we have drinks. Do you guys want to come through and sit with us? Cool, that's done. From then, because now that was a conscious decision on your end to invite somebody. You invited a person. You know what I mean? So if hey boy, please don't change my mood now.
Oh man. Anyway,
cool. But yeah, what I'm saying is, so what you've done is because obviously, as it is, man, as naturally as it is. It's fun. It's more fun when there is the opposite sex.
Of course.
That interchange. The interchange and the atmosphere becomes electric. So that's all we want, really, to interact, right? So I believe we'll see. As soon as you do that, you're opening up the playing field. So now it's for you to then say, once the ladies are here, play your game.
Play your game, bro.
And that's the only way you'd be able to go home with someone. Because man, you're all of a sudden, let's move to because the trick is this. Now you're here.
Now you're trying to get them to your place.
To the place. And once you get to the place, let me use the fact that you're now drunk to get you into my bed. And the only way is that play your game. Nivumelane nisa right. Ungavumelani because consent iyalahleka phela wena sekuphuziwe mfethu. You know what I mean? So it's you just leveled the playing field. So it's okay. Play your game, man. You know what's funny is this. Usually the guys abafike bephakile baze behlula imina akade biziwe. Because now I'm facilitating the whole thing, making the ladies laugh as a person.
And Fozzy, you have to play your role, man.
You
have to play your role, man.
Exactly.
You have to maybe play long until to win and play was Ingan.
And usually it's always a guy on night, man.
Exactly. Maybe. I
don't as a draw card. No, man. Yo, use your words, my guy. Use your words.
Use
your words, bro. Like, and that's all it takes. I feel like I'm don't know how to speak to women, bro. Like, I'm not saying Guti, but I feel like the best way is just to have a conversation with the person. Come to a person, approach a person as a human. I think it starts there. With the respect of Guti Nkuluma Nawe on a human level, Nkuluma nje nawe in a conversation. But then for me, I find that's the best way to pull or win over umuntu wesifazane. Just
Uthenje wena uphule nje earlier on.
no, this is an example. I don't know why you're doing that. I told you, everything I'm talking about is vicarious. So this is what I've seen vicariously.
Okay.
But yeah, man, like it's important to just know what's up as a person.
How do you feel about gay crashes? I said to you, both see out.
Okay.
Mina nawe. See out mina nawe sihlangana nomunye out wethu kube mnandi, and then there's that person that's just trying by all means necessary. I said to you uyakwazi wena, but I kanjalo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like akushaye ngo hi. Akushaye like angazi, like try by all means, like akubingelele, and then try strike up a conversation with you, and then next thing you know sehleli la.
Okay,
And the next thing sehleli like say within.
Okay, for me, being umuntu who doesn't really mind abantu kanjalo, have a problem nabantu, I think that the chats would also go back to, we'll say, okay, what's your contribution to the table? Are you coming through as a person now? Are you going to be the hoe or zoba isakh? Because hoes are generous, ne? So you're going to buy more alcohol. No more zoba isakh. Are you trying to gate crash just for the sake of Uguti? You're just going to sit with us and just, So if you're going to be a person and add to the dynamic of the conversation or the group, and now as a person you have the personality to fit in, then it's okay. Because sometimes some people just stick out, Sihleli, we're these type, or not these type of people, but like we are a certain crowd in the sense that in terms of conversation and personality, not even about umuntu themselves, but in terms of the personality. Because are you gonna gel with us? That's another question. So clearly, are you sticking out like a sore thumb? You're not part of.
Sego awkward
forever. You know what I mean? So just do that as a person. If you know, am I going to be able to fit in, and be able to chill with the people? Because some people become awkward AF, bro, and it just makes it awkward for everyone. And we've had those situations.
Yeah, we've had those situations. Hey, you got to like me specifically, and you know this. I don't like it. I really don't like it.
People coming into
yeah. To the point where and then kube khona bazocela ukuhlala. Like
it's that deep.
Aye, Brad, nah, G.
But wait, wouldn't you
remember the one time see Lapane thing where I told those kids to go side?
Dead.
Guy.
Hey, plus you did something like, my guys, Yeah, I don't mind. Like, honestly, I don't mind about, because that's how you get to meet someone. That's how you get to interact.
I guess.
And I think it's a personality thing as well, If you're the type of person who doesn't really, you want your own space. You want to be
I want my own
and there's nothing
people.
wrong with
I
that.
want my own people around me.
You want your people.
I want my own people around
and I don't believe there's anything wrong with it. That's who you are as a person. I don't think it's wrong in any other way. I feel like I'm boy.
But I understand that. But what about okay, ngiyayizwa le mpahla le yokuphatha and the chat that we were having about like knowing how to get home and gents don't take advantage of that. Nah. What about when you're out with your friends and you don't want to make it like awkward for anybody, but the social media gone. So like your social media is gone, and now you're like stuck in the middle of the club,
in the trenches,
and like you're the one that's like responsible for taking everybody home, or like some shit like that.
So
and
you don't want to be
like you gone now.
Or maybe how it came about, we planned to see on a specific day we're gonna go out. Comes the day,
and
you're not okay. Yeah. How do you handle that? based on the fact that it's happened to you
Like,
before?
no, it has happened multiple times, and I was dependent on somebody else to get home.
Oh, shucks.
Man, I'm stuck there, G, and I'm
And you
just
can't
like,
even get
and
home.
I can't even get
but
home.
now,
Like,
does this
now,
not take you back to the chat we said? We'll see. Know how to get home.
But like, back as a kid, back as a little, like, early 20s, G, early 20s, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie, G. Like, especially if it was with the people that I had rolled with in like, in a way, like, I think most of my high school friends now, at most of the time, I'd be, in a way, dependent for them, like, to take me. Because, first of all, Labantes Sigbona Lapo, they probably know them.
Through the person.
Yeah, exactly. I'm rolling with my friends.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with my friends. The only people I know in that space is my friends.
Sure.
Is my friends. So the minute they I'm just like, ish.
No, I'm left.
I'm like, ish.
Yeah, what's going on? So do you believe you're the type of personality it's going to be very difficult for you then to assimilate with the others and
not necessarily difficult to assimilate with others. It's just that probably yeah. Probably
obviously
yeah,
I feel like when you're out you have
Yeah.
to understand and be present. Now I'm out, now I have to come out of my shell and then bring out that personality that allows me to.
So sometimes I'm like, a lot of the time I'm unable to.
No, I know what you mean, because that happens with me as well, man. I'm with my auntie, and then maybe they move to amanyama outside. Now you have to then gel with these people. And you'd find because you'd spark up conversation maybe based on one topic, and then you're going to dead.
And then runs
I think
dry.
At that point you can't force it. It's dry. It's not happening.
Dry.
Because you have your people and you will not have your people.
Exactly.
You will have your people and you will not have your people.
Or a group of ladies come through. Hey, not even one of them is feeling you. Hey, what's up? Like you, hey,
my boy, at that point, the best thing to do is focus on the neck. Your best friend right now is the neck. You and the neck needs to be friends, because the more you try, the more you dig yourself in the trench.
Like a loser,
this guy, who's your friend? Just know, if they're not for you, because don't be anything you're not. And because you will have your crowd, bro. I think the thing is that you will have your people that will be for you, and the people that are not. You're only mad.
Yeah, true,
you know what I mean? It's not everybody that's gonna like you. So, Maribo, in a situation, no, these people are not for me. Go back to you.
Exactly.
If there's one who really is gonna be flowing on the same frequency as you,
Now you're that guy in the corner thinking they don't know that I know the sample to this song. You're
looking at them like, look at these people. Do they know who I am?
I'm
an amazing human being.
Hey,
but I think the best you can do in that situation is just be yourself. Just be you. You'll shine. Eventually you'll shine, and the one who sees you shine. Eventually.
Oh my God.
You will shine.
Hey man.
We need to get that one as well.
Also, like, how do you feel about those mates that like flaunting in a way? Nah, we here because you mean.
Oh, you know what? I have a chat about that. I have a chat about that. What chat I have
especially when the girls come through.
The chat that I have is okay. It kind of links to if on pets. It kind of links to that. Okay, so we're out. We're no pessimal. You like, this is a night we're gonna be bowling. We're going out. We are spending, right? So how do we handle the payments? Yeah? I feel like there needs to be an etiquette towards that. Do we do it in such a way that, because I feel like the most decent thing to do in that situation for me would be
see out in what way though? In what context
let's say
are we out?
we're in a club, right?
Okay.
Maybe we don't, because with the table it's easy. Afterwards we order what we order and then we pay later. Even with that, let's say the situation is this: us now, we don't have a waiter. We're at the club. We're buying from the bar. So every time we're gonna have to go buy and come back to our table.
Which is more or less more often the case.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, at that point, do you now make it known that you're the one who's the buyer, and right? So now I know I'm the buyer. Oh yeah, me. I'm the baller here.
This is me.
This is me. To the point of and the card except boy me. I'll have because you find niggas like that, you know. Based on what you were talking about, because I feel the most decent thing to do at that point is like
consult.
I would think if I'm pay to cash, it's accept asithi la bro. Noma ngikubambisa inyoka nawe utshengise ukuthi at some point ukwazile uhamba sisonke, you know what I mean? I would sevela mina as a person who
I understand. Thing
I'm
is,
the money maker.
Thing is, I know nothing about alcohol. Like I'm like honestly, especially with what people want and stuff. So I consult most of the time before I buy. Like I consult like yo, what is we drinking, bro? Right? Like, what is we
but
drinking,
even with
bro?
that, are you still gonna make it seem because you're the one who's been
No, don't not ask at the table and be like, yo, say Shang black, nah?
Sure.
Let's move. Sure. Let's move. We have that discussion at the fucking bar.
Yeah, let's go to the bar.
We have that discussion at the bar. Because there's no point in like discussing in front of Pamwa. But you know what I mean?
But I feel like now it has some
subtlety.
Don't put under the bus
unless you are that person. Unless you're that
person. A crowd. Those guys jokes.
It's a comedian, man.
It's a comedian guy and you're the subject. Now you know about my small ears all of a sudden. But now you really want
like those playful friends.
Bro.
Don't do that, bro. What the hell?
And you know, I think in the etiquette and it's important that we adhere to it when we are out being the season as well. But I think we also need to get into the more serious one as a machita, you know,
which is
we're gonna have parties or we're gonna go out, you know. How do we handle or create a space safe enough for the women that we invite over? Or the women that we're chilling with at Groove, or you know, wherever we are, there's gonna be women.
There's always gonna
be women. You know, how do we then navigate that space? You know, how do you
on Wednesdays, bro? How are you pretty on a Wednesday?
On a random Wednesday, and then how do I, as a fee, so keep that to myself and not make it awkward for you and make unnecessary call outs, you know, during Groove? Because how do I then approach you? How do we navigate that as a majid? So how do we make the space safe enough for them to have fun, for us to also have fun? What do you think is a good way to navigate that?
Most of the time, I'll just speak from personal reference, man. Like most of the time, if I am at a club, because I rarely go there, most of the time I just admire from afar, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'd be like, boy, we are yeah.
Sure.
Damn.
Alright.
Damn.
I was
damn, like
passage. Now you're gonna make it awkward for her. Catcalling and
no. Maybe like if I really think like, you know, really pretty, maybe it was this. Because you know, lalela. You're pretty. You're pretty. And if you want the chat to go on, then yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
If not, then
okay, how's the approach? How do you approach it? What's your way of approaching it for them to not feel?
They need to notice me in some. They need to notice me in some.
Do you make it awkward for them? Do you make it, you know, do you pull her to grab your attention? How do you do it? How do you go about it?
Don't touch. I don't touch. I don't. Walk up to her. If she's in a space where you can actually walk up to her, especially like when they like not with their friends or like they aren't. Like maybe this is a pump in the night. Like njengoba dusha nawe toilet.
Okay.
Kube khona le interaction like oh shit, I see you, see me, see you. Like I see you, see me, see me. And if that were to happen, then I'd be like, yo, listen, if I get an opportunity to say something, then I do. Like yo, shit, was one more. You know?
Yeah, bro.
And if it carries on from there, then lucky me. If it doesn't, then
don't make it awkward for everyone else.
and if it doesn't, then
Kapek.
aish.
And what of this times where we host people over, you know, and we because that's gonna happen. We're gonna have a chill, you know, with December.
You were talking about like in the chill context.
No, I was talking. You answered right. We are going club, but saying you would see. I mean, from the 1st of December till the end.
Weekend,
I feel like with December okay, you know, if we're Spain or you have leave days. So my thing is this: we have people over, navigating that space, so making the space comfortable and safe for the women,
them,
you know.
I
think that's also part of the etiquette, you know. Like, how do we then? What are the right terms to go about, or the right things to do in terms of that? What would you say is the best way to navigate that, or the right etiquette when you're hosting women over?
I think this goes back to the chats where I was talking about. So we wanted a night where, like, lalela, about feel at that particular. Like, it's not like necessarily your crowd,
Sure,
or like whatever it is that she's saying. Like, people are not necessarily vibing with it, and you at a point where we are born with no lalela, be out namhlanje.
Sure.
Because in most times where like women are necessarily handled in a very wrong way is by, like, it's not your night. Like, as a jet, it's not your night when it comes to, like, you know, striking up a chat with umuntu wesimame. You're now trying to necessarily like force it. So just, for me, it's just don't force it. Don't force something that's not existing into existing out of the blue just because doesn't necessarily mean now you should.
You know what also is important? I think even with the language we use as the gents. I think it starts from there. The language that we use, as soon as we invite women, now we say it's busy stock. Yeah, well, I think it's that mentality. Because as soon as we want to treat them as such. And we're calling people over for company. You know, as we said before, the core pack is that. So we said with the opposite sex. You know, I think we need to move away from the mentality of the moment we invite women, it's because, you know, it's talk. It's not that we're just inviting company. We are calling people to come through and engage. I think that's how the fun becomes. We're engaging, you know, and the more we engage, the more we talk, the more you link with your person. If there is a vibe, if there is a frequency, you guys will work on the frequency and you'll take it from there. But if there's no frequency as well, man, let it die. You know, don't try. Focus on the neck. I think that's your
focus on the neck.
What you say about neck be your best friend. You know. So my point is that, man, let's move away from the language that we use as a majita. Asingabize abantu over as the idea of his talk, but more on company, you know, calling people over as company. Let's just hang out and engage. You know, and have fun and talk. And games. Because the moment
interactions.
The moment we see them as that, we'll attack as that. You know, we'll say we're a pack of wolves hunting. You know, a pack of lions hunting for deer or a springbuck. You know,
that's not the case.
It's not the case. It's people who are equals to us. Who I think there's this air of seeing. This was lesser because it's us. So now going back to entitlement, you know. No, bro.
And they're also contributing in their way by just being there.
Being here, the present.
Being there is there.
Their presence, you know, is a present. It's a contribution. So don't take that for anything lesser. You know what I mean? I think that's also part of the Groove 101 for me, man.
Hey, got bahle now.
And that they are, man. That they are, bro.
One thing about Durban Hans, man.
Hey, my boy, I was in Joburg. Not to compare anything, but when I was there, I was like, I'm missing just a random lady on the street walking and be like, damn. Damn. You're pretty.
Hey.
You know, it was natural for me to compare, but it was like, yeah, actually, I miss Durban, you know, for that. But yeah, for me, that's also very integral in that sense of let's just protect.
Also, another thing that's like very important, like in terms of know your limits, man.
Oh yeah.
Know your limits. Know your limits. I'm all for taking care of friends, especially like when they drink. Got imagine Jalo. Jalo nje. Jalo bro.
Uyaphatha. It's fine, but sikuphathile kuyilokhu kwi-plug. Sesimele sikuphathe futhi literally. Yo, no ways, bro. Our backs are gonna cave in, man.
Bro, come on, man. You can't always be that person. Jalo nje, you're Florida, you're orange, and like.
But also just have fun, bro. Like have fun, man. Enjoy yourself. Groove 101. Enjoy yourself.
Oh, like what about what about the pressures of like going out and like balling?
I don't know. I don't fall under that pressure, so I wouldn't have the range for that.
I understand what you're saying, but I feel like there was a time where going out was such a, if you don't necessarily buy this certain type of alcohol, like what that like look at my table type vibes. You know what I mean? Like, go to Senzan.
Senzan.
And then, like, I really wanted to say this, like, and then Questa and Casper came out with that, like, good song. And then they relieved so much pressure from all gens.
You're right.
I'm serious.
I think it's more the space that you go to.
Especially
you can't
like
get views.
Especially
you can't
in
get
varsity.
views and now... They don't even say it in good, you know what I mean? So I think it's just about the space that you're in.
I mean, I witnessed this in varsity, especially like with the gents that I was chilling with most of the time now. Like most of the time.
But you want to have the chats with varsity versus now?
No, I'm not. Yeah, varsity versus now, completely different.
Very completely
different things. Completely different things, So like back then, like they'll be buying bottles now. And all of a sudden, sekuhlanganiswa ama-chats ukuthi manje liphuma kanjani
asasithenga isikhayi sekumele sithenge
liphuma kanjani nebhodlela. It got to a point where niggas started not caring anymore. They were just like, as it's in.
It is what it is. You trying to drink?
It is what it is, man. Like, you trying to drink, come through, let's hang.
If you're not,
I get, like, I get,
And maybe sometimes it's gonna get to that point. It's like, as in, if you're not gonna drink what's on the table, buy your own.
Buy your own.
Nanambuzo ukuthi sisuphuzani. No, shame away.
Trying to accommodate. Okay.
You know what I mean? Ngoba usubuzwa yimina, sekuyimawethu. So
that's tough. That we can't necessarily get into that one because again, I get umuntu to bounce off.
We don't have to really,
so we can't really sound very objective from us. If we were to. But at the same time,
it's not objective. It's gonna be subjective.
Subjective, objective, potato, patata.
No, it's not.
Potato,
potato is like you said onion and potato. No, two different things.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Right.
My bad.
That's so good. But man, and it's a safe space. I'm creating a safe space to drinking. But bro,
what
for
type,
me, I think that's the
Groove etiquette vibes.
101. 201, 301, but I think that covers the basics.
In a nutshell,
to
ensure a fun night.
A fun night for everyone.
A fun night. Just
keep your hands to yourself when it comes to women. Consent.
Very important.
Even touching a person, even entering a person's space.
And if it's umuntu ukuthi like lalela lo muntu akakufeel. Phuma again.
Phuma njengesivalo se-champagne.
Straight.
Pop out.
Gone.
Like gone.
Ayikho into esicefe njengobangela lo muntu isicefe.
Bro. So I feel like, for me, those are the key things, man. Just knowing your limits. Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, ensuring that you have a place home, like
exactly.
a way of how to get
home. And when there are women around, man, creates a safe space. I think we need to drive that one. Kakulu for the gents.
Very necessary.
Let's drive that one. Kakulu. Create a safe space for the ladies. And just have a wholesome time, bro. Like a wholesome, nice ass time where
and if at any given point during the night 30 seconds come out, you guys need to understand that is a very serious game.
We're no longer. It's like we're no longer. It's no longer fun now. We're at war.
Like that is a very serious thing.
We
like,
declared war.
I don't like those people. Oh, it's just a game. No, it's not.
It's not a game.
It's not. It's not. We are there
But
to
for me,
destroy.
I really don't take 30 seconds to heart like that. You know. You know why? I've realized I've gone from that to be like, Yazin, actually, no, it's not that deep, guys. Because I feel that with 30 seconds, people take it to heart on the mere fact of what they feel their intelligence is questioned, but it has nothing to do with your intellect. With 30 seconds,
okay, with that regard, yes, but I'm out here to win.
But they feel some sort of way based on that, so they feel like their intellect is questioned. No, man, it has nothing to do with how intelligent you are.
Because another thing is we're not all privy to this, all that information that comes.
It's just more on knowledge, general knowledge, and I see consuming the same way.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Exactly. The things that you know might not be linked with what amakati are. So for me, it's like, don't be competitive like that, man. This is nothing to
But hey, let's win though.
But I fucked it up, eh?
Let's win though. I'm not gonna lie, I've fumbled a bit. Like,
remember the time at Daily Dosage?
Yeah, Daily Dosage.
Hey, we kept.
Not rope what the name.
Nah,
that's a chat
remember this.
Day. Like undo was not rope.
In my team, I had two people that were high as fuck, and it was me, sober. But we came back from the bottom, my boy.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
And that was the captain of that. I had that, you know. But yeah, guys, that was Groove 101.
Groove 101.
Maybe if you guys
chime in, please, especially women.
Yeah. Chime in on the comments,
please.
And
like,
if you really want another episode on Groove 101, maybe let's do Groove 201.
If we were to do another one, we really need to get that
perspective of a lady to come in, and maybe another person as well, just to have it more textured.
Hopefully Slee's back when we do that.
I doubt, you know, the whole COVID thing.
Damn, I missed that person.
Shout out to Slee. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
But man, I really enjoyed this because it touches on safety as well, you know what I mean?
Safety. Hey, playlist got the program.
Like curate something.
But yeah, man,
shout out, guys.
I'm Simo.
So
you are now listening to
Soul Tutorial.
But yeah,
man. And thank you for watching, and thank you for being here with us.
Like, if you really loved the mixes that are playing in the background, man, you can catch his mixes on Ikakasi each and every single Saturday at 2:30, man.
Showcase.
On Leonda's Groove. They bang each and every single time.
You could really...
Nigga, don't miss.
Hey,
nigga,
man.
don't miss.
Don't,
like, nigga, don't miss.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
I'm actually like, I'm Kobe with it, you know?
Shit. But seriously.
The point is...
Also, it has a source named Yikes.
Oh, shout out to Yikes, guys. Look out for Yikes. Yikes is out there.
Yeah.
It's an amazing hot sauce, and you really need to jump into that.
But yeah, man, this is us, man. 2 P's
you could have really been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us.
To be here with us right now. Shout out to you. Shout out to you for that. Also, we're gonna be doing more episodes more frequently.
And
we have heard you guys cry. But shout out to you guys for watching. Like, each and every single one of our videos has more than 100 views.
And that's something.
That's dope. That's dope. Considering that, how many views were we expecting for each episode? 50? Like 50 at max.
Not to sell ourselves short, but it was like,
we were expecting 50 max. You know, so really, we appreciate the love, and we really appreciate.
Click the button,
smash like, subscribe,
share, do it,
and just do it like it's your birthday, man.
I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, that's the episode.
It's in dance, do it like it's your birthday.
Hey, man. Angiaz.
In the front door. Shout out, guys. Thank you for watching. And yeah, man, check you guys next time.
Shout out.